your body is a machine. Like all machines, they need maintenance. So I'm pretty sure you've heard that before. Your body is a machine. Yes, you are a machine. Blah 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 blah. Yes, that's very good advice because it makes us feel cool. Like, oh yes, we are a machine. We are able to do this and make it do this. But one thing that people tend to forget is machines need maintenance, and I will teach you how to do proper, productive, preventive maintenance to your own body in this video. So, uh, just let's just get right into the point. So, I have a few things written down, in my opinion, that are the best methods of maintenance for your own body. First of all, sleep and rest. We all know about this. We all know about this. I'm pretty sure you've watched millions of videos telling you about getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna yap about that again. You already know that. Next, mental health. This is something that people tend to not know about. If you can improve your mental health, and this is something I still need to do as well, by the way. So I'm preaching this stuff, but more of a hey, we need to all do this. We need to do this together, okay? But yeah, uh, mental health is something people tend to forget. People only think about physical health, like going to the gym and building muscle and all that stuff, but people tend to forget about mental health. So I'll be discussing about that today. Next is also diet. So people tend to not know, but the foods you eat can actually the foods you eat actually determine your performance in life. Not just performance in the gym, for example, even your mind. There are certain foods that trigger brain fog. There are certain foods that make you more focused. There are certain foods that give you more energy in the gym. I will talk about all of that in this video. And longevity mindset. If you want to think about yourself as a machine that is actually productive, you need to think about the longevity mindset, which is that it's better to be a oh shit, sorry. It's better to be a machine that can last forever rather than a machine that just gives insane productivity for 1 week and then explodes. Okay? And of course, physical health from gym and exercise. So let's break it all down right here. Now, sleep and rest. Honestly, as I said earlier, there's already millions of other videos that, in my opinion, you should just rather watch that instead if you want to really know more about sleep. But I would just say, yeah, this is the classic advice. Just just have a routine, go to sleep, and wake up at the same time every day. Get at least 8 hours, all that stuff, right? And also rest. So the thing with resting is that okay. So the thing with rest is I need to give one big huge misconception about rest. Have you ever had this scenario happen? Maybe you did this or you saw someone doing it. You're tired after something a long day, basically, and a person, maybe you or somebody else, just goes, "Okay, I need to have a rest for a moment." And what they do is they lie down and they just scroll TikTok, looking at Instagram or whatever, doom scrolling. Let me tell you that that rest that person is doing is making him feel worse. Lying down on your phone is not resting. This includes gaming as well. Why? Because when you partake in these activities, your brain is not resting. If you actually look at the brain waves, like I'm just gonna talk about bro science, but there's actually studies about this. You can just look it up. Your brain is not resting. In fact, your brain is stimulated. You all know this, I'm pretty sure. Lying down on your phone, you're gaming, watching YouTube shorts or Instagram reels. You are not resting. Your mind is actually stimulated. You're making your brain feel worse. It's actually affecting your mental health. That's not how you rest. No, just no. It's just gone now. So honestly, there's actually barely any methods to rest, but it's just so simple. You either sleep or just lie down and literally do nothing, no phone, no nothing, just stare at the wall. You can do meditation or light exercise like going for walks. That's why people really promote going for walks, right? Okay, next, mental health. One of the most underrated things people tend to forget. Just immediately, the things you can do to improve your mental health: gratitude journaling, where you just take a journal and every single day you write three things that you are grateful for. I actually forgot to write my gratitude journal today. I need to make sure I write that. But yeah, you can also have mindfulness, like meditation, where basically you ground yourself and you just focus on what's going on in the current present moment. Like, we tend to be so distracted with our lives in this ADHD, fast paced world. We tend to forget what we're doing. We tend to be mindless. So we need to be a bit more mindful. The easiest way is to just freeze and just go, okay, wait, what's going on in my current life in this second? And just observe all your senses. For example, touch. I can feel my pencil here. I'm touching my iPad here. Sight. I see my camera here. I am writing stuff here, right? Smell. I just smell my room. Taste. I feel my mouth is a bit dry because I this is the third video I'm recording in a row, like that. Or the easiest example is back to here, meditation. My favorite way of meditation is just breath work. So you just close your eyes and you just in your brain you just say in, out as you breathe in and out. So in, out. That's the easiest form of mindfulness you can do. Do that for a few minutes every single day. Your mental health will improve. And also exercise. Exercise actually gives you energy and also improves mental health. Next, diet. Okay, this is something people do not know. So I will just immediately break it down. So, I said earlier, you have foods that can actually cause brain fog and also things that you can do or foods that you can eat that actually makes your brain sharper. So, immediately, brain fog causing diets involve carbs. Now, I'm not saying you should avoid carbs, but you need to time them strategically. For example, have you ever had that sleepy post lunch feeling? Like at 1 p.m. onward, when you have a uni class at 1 p.m., it's always so painful because you just had lunch and you're sleepy. That actually makes sense because carbs actually cause brain fog. Like, once again, this is pure bro science. There is research on this, but I don't know the like complete scientific methods. I'm just gonna break it down so you can understand. So basically, carbs, especially high sugary foods, they cause brain fog. They quite literally slow your brain down. So what you can do instead is either if you're about to do something that requires lots of focused work, avoid carbs. Avoid carbs before scenario. Like, I'm not saying just cut out carbs, but like avoid carbs before scenarios that take lots of focus, right? So maybe you can eat instead proteins or whatever. And you can also do fasting. I don't know about you, it might be different for everybody. But when I do fasting, my brain power, my sharpness actually increases. So if possible, try fasting, like intermittent fasting. For example, the easiest way really is to just skip breakfast and like just only have your first food of the day at like 11 or 12 p.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. And if you do the work in the morning, you will feel sharper. It's just try it out. Now, that's for brain fog. Now the thing is, carbs are still very good for athletic performance. So, if you're about to do a workout, you actually want to eat a lot of simple carbs. Like pre-workout, like up to 1 hour, I guess, right before your workout, that's actually the best time to eat simple carbs and also high sugars. Like if you're gonna drink if you're gonna drink like a sugary drink or like chocolates before workout is the perfect time to do it. Like yeah. Now, some people drink energy drinks before a workout, and to that I say, yeah, of course it works. Caffeine works, but in my opinion, that's something we already know. You likely did not know about the fact that carbs can cause brain fog, and also the fact that if you do fasting, you can get a better, sharper mind. So that's probably something new you learn. But I do suggest when it comes to caffeine, you just drink it in the morning, like before 12 p.m. Because the half life of caffeine is about like 12 hours. So that means that if you, let's say, wait, actually, I don't remember the data. But what I'm saying is basically, uh, caffeine stays in your system in your body for quite a long time after you drink it, and this can disrupt your sleep. So ideally, do it before 12 p.m. So yes. So, anyways, yes, athletic performance, pre workout, simple carbs. Now, what you want to avoid before an athletic performance is proteins. People say, oh, workout, you need to eat protein. Yes, only after the workout. Proteins is only for post workout to spike muscle recovery. If you are doing it pre workout, do not eat proteins because they are slow to digest and they will likely make you feel full and bloated. Like that. Okay. And while we're talking about workouts, little quick point about gym and exercise. So, you want to do proper warm up and cool down, involving mobility and stretching. People tend to when we talk about the like machine analogy, people tend to think about working out like, oh yes, I'm using my body to lift heavy weights. If you have a machine, you probably should oil it, right? You can oil your joints by warming up and cooling down. You warm up your machine. You oil your machine when it's necessary. In this case, you need to oil up your joints before and after every single workout in order to promote the best range of motion and also prevent injury. Soon I'll make a full mobility and stretching video. But for now, you just need to have that in your mind. So, yes, and that's the full guide about rest maxing mental. That's the full guide about how to do maintenance on your body. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.